We good to go?
It feels like the perfect night for Swiftcast, a Taylor Swift podcast by the fans for the fans.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 18 of Swiftcast. Well, no one's gonna say hi to me? Like, oh, okay, hi. That was like complete made response. I felt unloved for a second. By my own friends. I'm just kidding. So, this is Belle.
Ashley.
Haley.
And Nate.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys.
And just in case you forgot or didn't hear last episode, Emily is no longer with us because she got a job working for Disney World and she just checked in today. So congratulations and we miss you.
Good luck. Have fun.
That's pretty cool.
Good luck, Emily.
Disney World. Could be a professional Disney princess. Like, how awesome is that? Anyway.
She's gonna have a lot of fun down there.
I know.
Making kids happy.
I think she said she could get me in at a discount if I want to go down to Disney World. So that's cool.
She did say that. Mm.
Yes. Sure. I'm totally going to do that sometime. You guys, we just wanted to remind you that if you subscribe to our iTunes page, all of our new episodes will automatically download for you when we upload them so that you don't have to, go to the page and download them individually each time. So it just makes it easier for you. So we just wanted to throw that out there as a reminder and also to say thank you for everyone that has subscribed because you guys are awesome and we love you. We also wanted to remind you that we do have a store now. We have a bunch of cool stuff on it, like t-shirts and messenger bags and wall decals and stickers and stuff with various Taylor-related sayings and everything. So you guys should definitely go check those out. I know we're going to add a couple of new designs this coming week. Making a purchase with anything, basically, it just helps us keep bringing you Swiftcast because, unfortunately, it's not free for us to produce it, even though it's free for you guys to download it. So it just kind of helps us out a little bit. It's a good way to, support the show if you want. So you should definitely check that stuff out at cafepress.com/SwiftcastStuff. It would mean a ton to us, seriously. And one more final awesome announcement. With the departure of Emily, we have a space open for a new host. So what we decided to do is basically ask you guys who wants to help us host the show every week. And what we're going to do, and I mean, first of all, we just wanted to let you guys know that it's definitely, we put a ton of time and work into the show, and we really love it, and we're really passionate about what we do. So we're looking for somebody that, first of all, you'd have to be available on Sundays to record. That's just kind of a thing. And if you are overseas, it would probably be extremely strange hours for you. So that would be up to you if you ever willing to, you might have to record in the middle of the night or super early or super late your time, So it's up to you if you want to apply if you happen to be overseas because we're all in the U.S. But we're also looking for somebody that would be willing to help us out, not just on Sundays, but sort of throughout the week with, keeping in contact with our listeners and, with our Twitter and our Taylor Connect and everything. So somebody that would actually be wanting to commit to the show, with the same passion that we do. So if you would be interested in being a new host with us, just check out swiftcast13.com and check out the Host With Us tab, and it has more details and information in the application. Basically, you send in an application, and if you seem like you might be a good fit, then we'll set up a Skype interview with you, and we'll just talk further and see who would best fit the role. So yeah, we're looking forward to hearing from some of you, and hopefully we can find an awesome new fifth host to add. That's exciting, right?
Yay!
So exciting.
It's really exciting.
Yay.
Can't
Maybe another guy out there.
Another guy out there, yeah. Nate doesn't want to be so outnumbered. He wants another male.
I do like hanging out with you guys, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, okay, Nate, whatever. I get it, I see how it is.
You guys are cool, alright?
Fine. And our very last announcement, we just wanted to wish a happy 15th birthday to one of our loyal listeners. Forever Enchanted 13 on Taylor Connect. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great happy 15th, and
happy
we
birthday!
Tell you we love you. We hope you believe us. That was really lame. I just had to say it anyway.
Happy day of your birth.
15 is a big mark.
It is. So congratulations. And now I think we have some awesome Red shows to talk about with a couple of us there. So Ashley, why don't you kick that off?
So on August 6th, Taylor was in Wichita, and Haley was there.
Yes,
Yay!
I was. I drove from Denver, Colorado to Wichita, Kansas, or how Carly calls it, Ichita. Ichita. And
how far of a drive is that?
It's an 8.5 hour drive.
Wow.
It's basically
it-
the same
yeah.
distance as it was from Denver to Omaha, but you didn't have me there
Yeah.
to keep you company this time on the
Yeah,
drive.
I was very sad because I didn't have Belle in my passenger seat.
Aw.
Round trip is about 1,200 miles. And I did that in 2 days.
Fun.
So, yeah, it was a nice drive. But I took my daughter for her birthday.
And how old is she?
She just turned 5.
How cute.
So she turned 5 on the 8th, so this was 2 days before her birthday. And she had an absolute blast. We went around taking photos with like the posters, and we went through the Keds booth and the Taylor fragrance booth, and she had a blast, and we went back to our seats, and Elliot actually went in front of us, and she waved, and she went to go talk to someone. She came back and said hi to us, and I introduced her. And then later, when they were on the stage singing "You Belong with Me," Carly goes, "Look, Mom, that's the girl we met."
Oh my god.
So
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, that is Elliot. We did meet her." So, and then she was so excited, but I lost my voice. My arms and my back were so sore the next day because I held this 5-year-old for 2 hours. Not
What
on
a
my
good mom.
hip. She was sitting on my arm the entire time.
So cute.
So yeah, she had a blast, and the wild card she sang was Tim McGraw. So that was really exciting.
Great song.
And the pictures are so adorable of Carly, by the way.
Yeah. So I have a photo of me and her together, and her face, I've never seen her as happy ever.
She had the cutest little red light up tutu.
Oh my god, yeah. That was adorable.
You did a good job, Mommy.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
deserve one of the best 50 Mommy Awards.
You do. It was very, very, very cute.
So she did not like sitting through the openers though. She really wanted Taylor to go on.
She'll have to learn to love Ed.
Yeah. She liked the clapping.
Very cute. I'm glad you guys had a good time. Jealous I wasn't there, but I'm always jealous that I'm not at every Red show that I'm not at.
So then, the next night, on August 7th, Taylor was in Tulsa, and the wildcard song was Hey Steven, and disappointingly, a lot of the crowd didn't seem to know that song.
I love that
makes
song.
me so sad.
I mean, it's true that lots of people are coming this tour who've never seen Taylor in concert before, so I guess that could
But
be
it's on her
why.
CD. It's on her CD.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that Red brought in a bunch of, new fans, because it kind of opens up a lot of genre gaps and everything, but still, I mean, I guess I can't speak for everybody else, but I know, when I get introduced to an artist and I love them, I tend to kind of backtrack and listen to, their whole repertoire. That's just my personal way of introducing myself to an artist, I guess, even if I don't find out about them till later in their career, so it just made me a little sad to see that people kind of looked baffled when she was singing Hey Steven, and they're like, what's this? I'm like, what? It's one of my favorite Taylor songs. It's so cute.
That's Steven.
I love it. I love the way she introduced it, though. I saw it in the video, and she's just like, this is about a guy, or, crap, what did she say? It was something like, this is about a guy, and I'm really subtle about who it's about. Something like that. It was really funny.
She did the laugh when she was performing the song, during the song.
She did.
The little laugh. That was so cute.
She's adorable.
And then last night, August 10th, Taylor was here in my hometown for the Chicago show, the last stadium show of the tour. So that was exciting.
Woohoo!
Yay.
There weren't any special guests or anything, so that was a little bit of a letdown, but I was hearing a lot of different reports of things being sound-checked. I wasn't there earlier in the day, but people were tweeting that she sound-checked the last time, which I can see happening probably in Los Angeles. And they also said she sound-checked a Cher Lloyd song, I forget which one. So I wouldn't be surprised if those performances both happened in LA, but sadly neither of them were for our show.
Ooh.
The last time, though, I'm waiting for that song live. It'd be very cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I usually go to all the LA shows whenever she does a tour, but I'm unfortunately not on this tour, so that makes me sad because I'm going to miss some awesome special guests.
The wildcard song was Fearless, so that was cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that one yet. This was my 7th Red show, and when I went over to the B stage, there were some ladies over there who had, I don't think, ever seen Taylor before, and they were like, oh, I wonder if Taylor's gonna ever, like, come back over here. Like, they were just kind of standing. And I was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, she's singing Mean, and then she's gonna sing 22, and then halfway through 22, she's gonna come over here. And they're like, oh, wow, how do you know that? And I was like, well, this is my 7th show. So I kind of know these things. Yeah. But it was a fun show. Apparently, a bug flew into Taylor's mouth at some point. I don't know. I didn't see that happen.
Yeah, I heard about that. Poor Taylor. Gross.
I was on the field, but I was like pretty far back for a stadium, so sadly I like couldn't really see that well, but it was okay. I was kind of surprised and disappointed that they let so many people bring their posters onto the floor, because it really ended up being a problem.
Oh, that's sad.
There is, I know it's frustrating when you have floor seats and you want to bring something, but I mean, floor seats are not elevated. There is a reason that you're not supposed to have them on the floor, because then people can't see anything.
There was somebody who had, as their poster, it was literally the giant life-size cutout of Taylor that they had from Walgreens. And they were holding it up.
I saw that at my show, too.
They were holding it up? Oh my god.
For, like, the majority of the show, and it was obviously very
Yeah.
tall. Like, it was definitely a problem. And I don't know, yeah. I mean...
They didn't have a poster size limit?
Apparently not. So, yeah.
Bummer.
But it was a good show. Sad that there's no more stadium shows, but actually I'm kind of happy because I like arenas better. And I have 4 more shows. St. Paul, and then the Nashville shows, which we'll all be at. Yay.
Woohoo!
Yay!
And we just
Can't
got
wait.
our tickets.
Yes, we did. We're so excited.
So, yeah, it was a nice show. I hope when she comes back here next time, she goes back to playing the arena and does 2 shows instead of 1, but we'll see. And then, basically the next several shows are all in California. On August 15th is San Diego. And then, I think, 4 or 5 days after that is the LA shows.
Yeah, it's the following week, I think, for the
Yep.
LA shows.
Yeah. So, there's 4 of those,
Sad
and I'm
I'm
sure
not
we'll
there
have
again.
lots to report.
I'm a sad pouting panda that I'm missing these shows for the first time ever on a Taylor tour. Sorry,
I wonder
guys.
if the gap means that she's gonna be in the studio in LA.
Well, I mean, usually when she does 4 shows, she always does, I mean, she did 2 shows during the Fearless tour, but then last year, or not last year, but last tour, she did 2 shows, and then there was a 2-day break, and then she did 2 more shows. So when I was down there, I went to Disneyland for 2 days. I was like, something to do. So it was kind of fun. But I mean, I think it would be really hard to do 4 shows in 4 days, especially if you're having special guests and stuff. Like, that's really tiring.
Oh, yeah.
She needs kind of a little bit of a break.
Yeah, I feel like those shows must, even though it's not a stadium, must take, a ton of energy.
Yeah. LA is a very energetic, crazy crowd, so wild things happen at Staples Center.
Next tour, I'm determined to make it there for the LA shows.
Yeah, I'm not gonna miss them for a second tour in a row.
Anyway, so that was basically the tour recap.
And now it's time for...
Keeping
Up
With
Swift.
Woohoo!
Woo!
So we're recording this on Sunday, the 11th, and the Teen Choice Awards just aired, and Taylor did win 2 awards. She won Choice Female Country Artist and Choice Country Song for We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. I wasn't aware that was an actual country song, but I will never complain about her winning awards. She did not actually attend the awards, so she didn't get to walk up there and accept her surfboards in person, but I'm sure that they will be shipped to her safely, and she will turn them into awesome paddle boards. Or something like that. I was definitely surprised that she didn't win Choice Summer Tour, because that is... I don't know what tour can really top the Red Tour, but maybe I'm biased, I don't know. But, congratulations on her winning 2 awards, that is really cool. And we still have the VMAs coming up here, so there's a chance for her to win those awards, and those are the ones that she really, really cares about, and she's been personally pushing on her Twitter and everything. So I hope that you guys have all voted your butts off for that.
So, speaking of Taylor's VMAs, as you probably already know, she's nominated for Video of the Year and Best Female Video, both for I Knew You Were Trouble. And, what day are those airing again?
Voting closes
voting
tomorrow, so voting is actually going to be closed by the time that you hear this.
Yeah, so hopefully you all voted, and hopefully you entered our VMA voting giveaway, and we'll be congratulating the winner of that on our next episode.
Yay! Crossing our fingers and our toes that Taylor wins these. Seriously.
Alright. So next piece of news we have, Taylor did this interview with Marie Claire magazine, online interview, and she said all kinds of different things. They just kind of gave her hot seat questions almost, and she actually said a lot of really cool things. One of the things in particular that's kind of notable was about a Pinterest account that she possibly has, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if any of you guys do Pinterest or anything like that, but
we'll discuss that further a little bit more in the episode.
Basically, they asked her, what's on your Pinterest board, and she must have one because she said recipes, workouts, decorating ideas, and lots of believe in yourself quotes.
My favorite was Headstone If You Could Write It, and she actually said her own lyrics. Love is a ruthless game unless you play it good and right, which I thought was really interesting.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, she had a lot of funny stuff on here, too, like top 5 fears list, sea urchins, Googling myself, I don't blame her at all, earwigs, which I think we all remember her freak out about earwigs.
They don't actually go in your ear.
Cynics, and number 5, getting arrested. I love Taylor to death, but I really hope that someone plays a prank on her one day and fake arrests her.
Well, that was almost what they did on that Punked episode when she thought they were gonna get arrested.
Yeah, and she's like, oh my god! I think at some point somebody should, punk her and, handcuff her and, slap on some completely fake charge.
She'd probably
and
be traumatized. Just
be like, you're suspicion for murder or something like that. She'd probably have, a heart attack, though, poor girl.
They asked her, also, what was on her bucket list, and her answer was, get a college degree somehow, some way.
That's
I wonder what she'd
interesting.
major
I wonder, what, yeah, exactly. I wonder what she'd major in, because, I mean, despite the fact that she doesn't have a degree in either performing or music business, we know that she is more than capable of all of those things. She has learned it all on her own, so I wonder, what she would, if she would get a degree just to have one in the music business, or if she would literally want to get a degree in something completely different.
I have a feeling she would do something random.
This is true. She is a very multi-curious and multi-talented person.
I mean, it would kind of almost be pointless for her to go take, basic courses in the music business when she's already learned so many things just by her life experience.
On the plus side, she'd probably just get straight A's without having to study.
Yeah.
Nate, say that again.
I said how awkward for her professors teaching Taylor Swift.
Be like, no, that is not how it's done. Here's
what would happen. The professors would be like, so can I go home? Do you want to just get up and teach the class?
Taylor's like, hello, Grammys.
Taylor Swift is in my class. Hello, Grammys. Yes. Love it. There's definitely some funny stuff. Twitter feed, updates on my cat and career, the occasional cryptic lyrical message, and random lighthearted observations. I'm a little confused about the mint green bike on her wish list,
Mint green bike.
though.
I was going to say that, yeah. And Shirley Temples, apparently she really likes.
I guess so.
If you want to read the full list, it's going to be in the new issue of Marie Claire, and it's also on their website.
very interesting information here. It's fun. A little hot seat questionnaire. Well, I think that's all the news we have for today, so therefore it's time for mini segments.
Mini segments.
One of my favorites.
We love mini segments.
Our first mini segment is submitted by Soul on Taylor Connect. And they say, be fortunate enough to be graced by her presence. And that is on their Swiftie bucket list.
Our next one is from Cupcake Girl 1328 on Taylor Connect. And her Swiftie bucket list is just meet Taylor. I'm sure a lot of people share your bucket list.
Yes.
You are not alone.
Our next one's from Forever Enchanted 13 on Taylor Connect. It feels like a perfect night to dance around all alone because you are completely wonderstruck.
Aww. With a hairbrush? As a microphone?
Probably.
Yes. Like, you belong with me-esque. Do it. I do it all the time. Did I just admit that on air? Hi.
Hey, Belle. Don't worry. I do it too.
Okay. Then we're okay. We're in the clear.
Next one comes from Max Swift 13 on Taylor Connect. And their Swiftie bucket list is get into Club Red, get Floor for one of her concerts, get Pitt for one of her concerts, and visit Nashville.
Good bucket list. I approve.
That is really good. Our next one is from Forever Enchanted 13. Hi. And their Swiftie bucket list is get 13,000 posts here on Taylor Connect.
Wow.
You know, somebody only 15 people on Taylor Connect have gotten this one particular badge that has to do with an obscenely high number of posts on the message board. I wonder if 13,000 is the number.
Probably is.
Could be. Might be. Our next one is from Rebecca Ormisher. It feels like the perfect night to sing Taylor songs loudly when no one's home, and I don't care if the neighbors are annoyed. Do it! I'm there with ya.
Our next one is from @13all2swift on Twitter. When your parents don't understand your need for Taylor merch, Swiftie problems.
A lot of parents have that problem. They think more money-wise, how much is this costing versus why you need it. Being a mother myself,
essential to my emotional well-being.
That's what they're going through their head, is how much is this all going to cost me?
Our next one comes from Eliza_13 on Taylor Connect. And their Swiftie bucket list is two things. One, meet Taylor. And two, to do a duet with Taylor with a song that she wrote.
That's pretty cool. I want to hear this song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. It's Nay Hey on Taylor Connect have a lot. One is meet Taylor. Duh. Talk about cats. Have a cat play date with Meredith and any of my cats. Meet Mama Swift and thank her for supporting her daughter. I want to be able to tell her how amazing she is as a mother. 4, sing with Taylor even if it's just a few bars or something. Or have her listen to me sing something. 5 is experience the tour in the pit or on the floor. 6 is learn some songs on a guitar or ukulele. I can strum on the ukulele but can't sing or play. You'll get there. And then 7 is go to Nashville, go to the Bluebird Cafe, own Keds. She says she's working on that. She's planning to use her paycheck to buy them. Good job in saving. And then the last one is go to a show on each tour. And so far she's completed that. So that's a really good bucket list.
Yeah, it's a work in progress list, you know. That's
yeah.
Good. Our next one is Bama Baby 1315, having over 200 Taylor Swift things in your room. Swiftie problems. Whoa, I want a picture.
Yeah, we need to see this.
Yeah, tweet us a picture, Bama Baby 1315.
And our next one is also from her, and she said, having to take down all of your Taylor posters for college next year. Swiftie problems.
Are we talking about taking them down to just put them back up?
Yeah, well,
will you be putting them back up? You better be putting that back up.
Right.
Now, guys, we still have a backlog of mini segments, so if you've submitted them, but we haven't read it yet, don't worry, we have it saved, and we promise we're going to read it in either the near future or on one of our upcoming episodes. So don't let the fact that, we have a bit of a backlog kind of deter you from submitting anything, because we love it when you guys submit things, and we love it that being able to have all of you participate in all of our shows. So keep them coming, guys.
Yeah, seriously, it's kind of like amazing that we have a backlog. I can't tell you, like, that's really cool to us that you guys are submitting that much stuff, so.
Alright, and in addition to the things we love, we played a few random Taylor trivia games this week, and we wanted to give out shout-outs, say that 10 times fast, to those who answered our trivia questions correctly. So we love you guys. It looks like at Meredith 1709, at Lobby White, M Nick Rowe, Aki _ 52403.
That's our friend Brandy.
Brandy.
Hi.
Enchanted Forte 13, Sophia Kirchke. I hope I said that right. Bouncer Ruby 2013, and also Tayfan 013 on Taylor Connect, who messaged us her answers. So sometimes we play swap prizes, and then we do shout outs and everything. So be sure to, join us on our Twitter and, keep a lookout for those. We're at Swiftcast 13.
Yay. We have another cool announcement. We are bringing back the Fan of the Month. We apologize that we've kind of slacked on that the past month or two, but we've kind of been figuring out how we want to revamp the category specifically. So it is back. Yay!
Yay!
And, yay! We're doing Fan of the Month again. And we just kind of, basically all we did is kind of created a more specific criteria of what we're looking for Fan of the Month. And that's, we're looking for Swifties that have gone above and beyond for either Taylor or for other Swifties. I mean, because it's hard to pick when there's, tons of people that are messaging us being oh, we love Taylor so much, because we all do,
Yeah.
It's really hard to pick somebody from just based on that, because, Taylor has amazed and inspired every single one of us, and it's, it's kind of hard to pick somebody. So we're kind of going for, looking for somebody that's really done something special, gone out of their way to, do something for Taylor or for other Swifties, as you just said. So, what you get...
Or if you know someone that has...
Yeah, you can nominate them.
Yeah, submit someone that, that you've seen.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to just do it for yourself. If you want to nominate someone else, you can definitely do that. Definitely. And that's what we're looking for is in terms of criteria on picking the Fan of the Month. What you get if you are chosen as Fan of the Month is the chance to guest host an episode and be interviewed on the show. This is of course provided that you are able to, you have, the correct equipment, which is just basically a computer with a working internet, Skype, and a microphone, whether it's external or internal, and so we can't guarantee 100% that you'll be able to co-host with us. It just depends on if you have, you have to have the right equipment to do so. But that's one of the things that we want to offer our Fan of the Month. And then, of course, a feature page on our website that'll be up for the entire month, about you and what you've done for either Taylor and or Swifties, and, maybe a couple of questions that you can answer and things like that. So, yeah, it's, definitely a chance, for you guys to kind of be involved with the show, to either nominate your friend or, talk about something that you're doing. It's kind of, we kind of want to do it to honor our fellow Swifties. That's kind of our purpose in doing it. So, if you go to swiftcast13.com, under Fan of the Month tab, you can see the application, and that's where you can either submit for yourself or on behalf of a friend. So we are looking to choose our next Fan of the Month, by the end of the month. So, please have your, application in by August 30th. That would be awesome. So now that we're through all of that, let's get on to our main discussion.
So, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, Taylor kind of revealed in that interview that she has a Pinterest. And we were just sort of wondering about celebrities choosing to be anonymous on social networking sites and how that works.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of an interesting topic for discussion because, a few days before that article came out, there's this anonymous message board system that I guess somebody had put together all these messages and they thought that it might have been Taylor. And, it's easy to sit there and say, oh my gosh, somebody would never do that, of course, they're a celebrity, they're above that. But at the same time, the way that I think about it is, if I'm putting myself in those shoes, and I mean, she can't even get a cup of coffee without taking your bodyguard with her, you know, I don't necessarily think that it's like completely impossible that she would have like a Pinterest that no one would know about, as she had stated that she actually does have one and stuff like that. Because I mean, once in a while, it probably is nice to just not have to worry about that. To have like an anonymous place to express your opinion where you can actually say something without, you know, 80 million gossip articles trashing you for it. Of course, my question and suspicion is, where would you ever find the time to do something like that if you were someone like Taylor? But I don't think I like that idea.
Smartphones, whenever you're, like, you know, sitting in the airport waiting for the plane to take off, you know, waiting, you know, relaxing before the concert, you know, it's really easy to, you know,
I mean, it only takes a few minutes here and there, I guess.
Yeah. Like, right before bed, if she can't sleep, that's what I usually do, is right before bed. I'm usually looking at stuff, so...
I was going to say, on the other side of the coin, I think at the same time, if she wanted to go online and being a celebrity, I mean, I know a lot of us might be a little biased to agreeing with her too, even. Maybe if she like bounced some ideas off an anonymous website to kind of get an idea of how people truly think without being, oh, it's Taylor, you know, we just kind of agree with her, you know, those kind of things. But anyway, yeah, otherwise I think she's mostly entitled to do that. I think it's probably this really cool escape if any celebrity were to do that. So puts them in a unique kind of position to be anonymous, be out of the public eye, and still make a statement. So,
you know, that's really a good point, and it's I think sometimes we get so blinded by like the line and separation between a quote unquote normal person and a quote unquote celebrity that we like fail to realize that they are just as human as we are. You know.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I remember back when I was a little kid, and you know, like everybody had American Online, and that was how you went online. It was all dial-up, you know.
Yeah.
And it was like everybody had AOL, and there was all these like chat rooms. I remember like I think it was either during the Lizzie McGuire days or right after that or something. Like Hillary Duff did an interview, and she was like, "I went into a chat room once and said, 'Hey, I'm Hillary Duff,' and no one believed me. They kicked me out of the room." And just like, I just wanted to go and hang out and chat with people, but they all kicked me out. And, you know, that's just an interesting thing, you know, an interesting way to think about it too, because it's like, once again, you know, just because they're a celebrity doesn't necessarily mean that they don't want to do all the stuff that we do sometimes, you know? I mean, we all like, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm addicted to the internet and my phone. When I'm out shopping or sitting around, I'm always looking at my Twitter really quick, or, you know, oh, I'll tweet this, or, you know, looking at my Tumblr or whatever, like my Facebook. I mean, I got it all on my phone, so it doesn't matter where I am. And, you know, I'm always kind of creeping my social networking sites, like every, you know, 2 minutes here and there when I'm, like, out and about. So it's, I mean, it's not like a famous person would be doing the same thing, even if they're, like, careful, because, like, Taylor says she's, like, scared of, like, Googling herself, or doesn't like to read about herself. But, you know, you can get around that. Like, so I just don't think it's necessarily, like, impossible that, you know, she has a handful of maybe, like, anonymous places that she posts stuff. And like Nate said, it's a good way for her to, like, get an opinion about something without people giving her a biased opinion due to her identity.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that she, like, I have no idea what she has and doesn't have. Please don't, like, misinterpret anything I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, from a theoretical perspective, I don't necessarily think it's impossible that she has maybe a few anonymous sites on various...
And, you know, like, with the whole Pinterest thing, if it's public that you are Taylor Swift or another celebrity, you're always going to get those people being like, oh, I like that, or I like that, just because Taylor Swift likes it. And, you know, they don't have their own opinion about things. They just like it because Taylor likes it. They're just going to pin it because Taylor pinned it. So I can see why she's not, you know, broadcasting what Pinterest is hers.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of cool that she, like, basically talked about the fact that she had one, but every single person I've seen on, like, my Twitter timeline and stuff was like, Taylor has a Pinterest? What's her Pinterest? If she didn't tell you what it was, there's probably a reason. Yeah. You know? If she wanted you to know what it was, she would tell you. Just because she says that she has one doesn't mean that she wants to broadcast what it is so that we can all follow her. We all know her Twitter, so she can't tweet anonymously. You know?
And Pinterest I mean, like, yeah, you can find some cool things on there, but, you know, everyone has their different styles. I see things all the time that I don't like that someone's pinned, or, like, a celebrity that I follow is pinned, and I'm like, I don't like that.
I have one, but I've really barely used it, so I'm not, like, 100% even familiar with exactly how to use it, but, I mean, I understand the basic concept of it, I just haven't gotten into it, I guess.
I think another thing to note is that Taylor just being kind of like really tech savvy. I mean, she does, or she used to, she might still, who knows, do a lot of like video editing, for her vlogs and things like that.
Yeah.
And she had her MySpace, and she has her Facebook or Twitter, things like that. I mean, in order for her to like at least learn how to use these sites, I mean, that comes out of the enjoyment of, using the internet and computers, learning about it and things like that. So it does require at least a decent amount of time to be accustomed to using these sites and things like that. So if she does, I don't think it's too far-fetched that she would, maybe go online and be anonymous and, try out a different website or, go here and try this, whatever. So
I've seen people before who said that, like, they were wondering if she secretly has, like, a different Twitter where she just, like, pretends to be a fan.
Secret Swift
or just
13.
Like, talks to random
Secret
people
Swiftie
just,
13.
like, anonymously.
Wonder if that's a real one.
I mean, like, we laugh about it, but we don't know, like, and that's that is another thing I'll say is, like, I wouldn't encourage anybody to go out and try to find her, because frankly, like, if she is anonymous on any social networking site, like, she has a right to be anonymous.
And you're most likely not going to find her with how many people actually use it.
I'm sure that if she is anonymous on any website, she's smart enough to keep it anonymous. Like, yes, she revealed to us that she has a Pinterest, but she didn't go out and say, and here's what it is, go follow me. Like, so there's obviously a reason. Like, I just think we need to respect the fact that, like, if she does have whatever she does or doesn't have, like, we shouldn't go out trying to look for it. Like, I was a little bit irritated at that person who put together this whole, like, conspiracy theory about her having an account on this anonymous message board site, because I was like, if that is her, like, leave her alone. I don't know.
I didn't really hear about that. What exactly did they say?
They had basically, like, over the course of a handful of years, like, put together all these different posts on this, it's like this big old anonymous, I don't really know much about it, I don't have an account on this place myself.
I can tell you about it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's called 4chan. It's this anonymous message board. They have a ton of things on there. Honestly, if you're not 18, it's very inappropriate anonymous board, because you can literally put whatever you want on this thing, and people put some really crazy stuff on there. Anyway, I do not recommend going to this website. Anyway, but on the website, you can literally post anything. So they pieced together basically these pictures. Some person had this notion apparently of, and the threads kind of run off, so they delete after a while. So somebody had to have been really collecting these things over time. They took a bunch of screenshots of different posts and things that people have made anonymously on the message board, and they try and piece it together and allude it to the fact that it might be Taylor on the boards using, posting under these names. So my own opinion going through it, like going through each of the posts, some of them are kind of sketchy. I mean, you can kind of probably debunk them pretty quick. Some of them, but you just don't know. So who knows? I mean, she might go on the message boards or whatever, but yeah, I would not personally recommend going to that website, just by the way. So.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, I've never, like, I hadn't even heard of it prior to this alleged conspiracy theory thing that came out. And
site where the quote-unquote creepy middle-aged man campaigned for the
meet
and greet.
Yeah, I remember that.
Literally, like, scrape the bottom barrel of the internet, and then, like, these are the people who go to this website and post ridiculous things, so.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, I mean, I guess the bottom line of everything is, like, it's easy for us to sit there and say, oh, she's so above that, but at the same time, like, it doesn't actually make any sense. And it also doesn't make sense for us to try and find her if she is or isn't on any of these websites and wants to be anonymous. I just think, like, it's important to remember that, yes, she's a celebrity, but she's also a modern human being like the rest of us.
Right, exactly.
Who can edit videos on iMovie and who can use an iPhone, I mean, I remember, like, back when she had her MySpace, like, she used a completely normal site to get her background from, and then all of a sudden everybody started obsessing over, oh my god, this background site, But it was just normal like everybody else. Not like she had some management custom make her a background. She's just like, oh, poppy seed background, this is cute, puts it on her, I mean, like a normal human being. She knows, how to basically use the internet, so, I don't know. I just think it's an interesting thing to think about, because everybody kind of wants to jump on, oh, let's find her. And, when you really think about it, like, you're not going to find her if she doesn't want to be found, first of all. And second of all, it's like, if you were putting yourself in her shoes where you can't even go to Starbucks without a bodyguard, and every single opinion that you have is just scrutinized by all these tabloids and stuff, cut her a break,
Seriously.
I don't know, I just thought it was an interesting thing to kind of put out there. And listeners, if you guys have, opinions or thoughts on any of this, let us know. Maybe we'll do like a little follow-up discussion. So feel free to get a hold of us and, I don't know, tell us your thoughts. So now we're gonna continue on to our Taylor quote of the week. Nate, take it away.
All right. The quote is, "No matter how many people give me advice, I'm going to do what my heart tells me to do." Taylor Swift.
I kind of love and hate this quote at the exact same time.
Why do you say that?
Part of me, her and I definitely share some similar personality traits, which is we're both very stubborn people and we both just kind of do things our own way. But at the same time, it's one of those situations where take, her past relationship with John Mayer, when she basically admits, my mom told me I was losing my mind and I didn't listen. And it's just sometimes people actually have valid advice for you that you might want to consider taking. And it's hard when you're a very independent, strong-willed person because you want to do everything your way and you want to make every decision on your own. And especially if you want to believe the best in people and when it comes to relationships and you don't want somebody else telling you this guy's bad news. It's hard to do that, but and so it's I understand there's also that part of you that's basically well, if I don't follow my heart, then later I might regret it if I listen to someone else. But it's kind of a double-edged sword because if you don't listen to someone else and you follow your heart, sometimes you'll get hurt, whereas you could prevent that if you listen to people that have been there before.
Yeah, it's really hard to listen to advice that you don't want to hear. If it's not good advice or if it's just slamming something you really like, you don't want to hear it. But sometimes, they actually went through the experience, so it's good to listen to it and learn a little bit from them and try to keep that in mind while you're going through what you're going to do. But in the end, you have to make your own decision. You can't go just on advice that someone has given you. You have to take the advice and, do the pros and cons.
And also, unfortunately, it definitely depends on who is giving you the advice, because in some situations, somebody might be giving you great advice, but it happens to be somebody that you might not have a great history with, and so even if they give you the best advice in the world, you're not going to take it because it's coming from that person and you take it personally. Even if you don't want to, I don't know, I know for me personally, there's one person that always tries to give me advice, but it's somebody I can't stand. Just because I just have a very rocky history with this person, every time this person tries to give me advice, I'm just oh my god, shut up. I don't want to hear it, So they might, whether or not they give me great advice or bad advice, I don't even know because I don't really give them a chance. And I know that that's not right, but sometimes your emotions just kind of tend to dictate who you'll listen to.
I think it's at the same time to kind of argue for the quote. I think in my opinion, if you do things that your heart tells you to do, if you experience this person, if you kind of see where the relationship leads and say it doesn't end up in a great spot, I feel like your heart will kind of adjust and you won't be attracted to those kinds of things anymore. You kind of adjust and see where you need to go, basically what your heart wouldn't tell you to do now, I guess. So at the same time, it's kind of listening to your heart in a different way. It's just a progressive type of learning, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense.
Well, in the Marie Claire interview that we were talking about earlier, Taylor mentioned somewhere in there that she said, all of my regrets are things that I've ended up getting a really good song out of. So in her case, obviously, of course, you don't want to get hurt if you can prevent it, but I also feel like in her position, she thinks that, no matter what lessons she has to go through, something good's going to come out of it in the end anyway.
I agree with that, and I actually, like, tend to kind of view things the same way, because, like, so I will admit, I can be a little bit self-critical at times, but, like, you know, here's an example. Like, a few months ago, I lost a couple of friends because I thought that they were nice people, and then they didn't turn out to be so nice. And I kind of kicked my own butt about it for, like, a few weeks, you know? So I was really kind of, like, shocked and hurt, and I was like, well, it's my own fault because I trusted these people, and I know there were signs that I shouldn't have trusted these people, you know? Like, I went through that in my head. But then at the same time, it's like now I look at the people that I have in my life, and I feel like I learned something from that whole experience. And I'm like, you know, now I know, like, better what kind of person I want to be and what kind of people I want in my life. I have, like, a more clear picture of it. And I think, like, the way that Taylor deals with it is she writes songs. The way that I deal with it is I turn these people into characters in my novels. And, you know, it just helps me sort through that stuff. And is like, I don't necessarily regret making the decision to trust the wrong people. I wish it had turned out differently, of course, but at the same time, like, all those experiences shape, you know, they help you grow and they help you shape the person that you want to be. I mean, sometimes you learn who you want to be by seeing who you don't want to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true.
Absolutely. And I think sometimes you kind of have to take a leap of faith anyway, too. I mean, not everything that you can foresee is logical. I mean, you don't know how a relationship might end up in the end. I mean, you can't foresee a lot of things. So I think a lot of times you do kind of have to take that leap of faith that only your heart can provide you. So.
That's true. You know, and I think Taylor is definitely somebody that knows who she is.
Absolutely.
And part of that knowing who she is by being stubborn and making her own choices despite what other people tell her. You know, I think that, you know, I'm going to adjust what I said earlier, because now that I'm talking about it, I really realize that, like, if, as much as, you know, sometimes it probably is wise to take certain people's advice, like, if you don't make your own ultimate decision by yourself, whether it turns out bad or good, it really does, like, kind of give you an absolution and does a lot to shape the person that you know, are becoming. And I think that Taylor is somebody who has paid an incredible amount of attention to every choice that she has made, and she has made sure that she has, like, used it in a good way for her own life and learned from it and used it to, like, shape, you know, the person. I mean, there is a lot of differences. I mean, in a way that there are some ways that she has never changed from being 16 to 23, and there are other ways that she has vastly changed, but, you know, in a growing up way. And to me, I guess when I just, like, look at, you know, like when I first started being her fan and she was 17, and I look at her today, and I see those, you know, differences and changes that she has made simply by living and learning and growing, you know, it really makes you respect the fact that she has a very strong sense of self. I just think that's important.
And we get great songs out of it.
That too. That too.
So,
yeah, another reason
like,
that Taylor is a great role model is because she does have a very strong sense of self.
And she goes, all her, you know, mistrials and, you know, successes, you know, everyone goes through in a small amount. It maybe not to her own particular, you know, story of what happened, but everyone could probably, you know, sometime in their life, even if they haven't had it already, it'll probably come up later, have a smidgen of, you know, what they went through, and they can relate to that song. So
that is the thing about Taylor's music, is it is incredibly relatable. I mean, it's like, in some ways it's extremely specific, and in other ways it is incredibly relatable, like, on a global scale. Because even if you haven't been through Taylor's specific experience, you can still relate to the emotions that she has felt at some point in your life. It's probably a little bit off track when it comes to the quote, but...
yeah.
But back to the original point, I just think that, you know, sure, she might have had some heartbreaks that could have been avoided if she had listened to other people instead of herself, but at the same time, like, those heartbreaks have kind of shaped the person that she is, and I love the person that she is, so as much as I don't want her to have to go through pain, like,
everyone goes through pain.
Yeah, you can't, unfortunately, you just can't do anything to stop people from getting hurt sometimes, and getting hurt makes you stronger and wiser, and I feel bad for what, you know, the bad times that she's been through, but I love the person that she is, and therefore I like the fact that she makes her own choices, so my ultimate conclusion, I'm fine with it. So if you guys have quotes that you want us to kind of theorize about and discuss, send them in to us. Yay. So now we got some awesome fan projects to talk about. We love you guys. Yay.
We do. You guys are kind of awesome. The first one we're going to talk about is the birthday card project. The first one we're going to talk about is the birthday card project. And this is submitted from 13_Courtney_13 on Taylor Connect. And she's doing this really cool project where she bought a ton of birthday cards and Christmas cards for Taylor. And you can go to her Facebook and pick out a card and message her with the card you want to pick. And with that, you get a message and or photo you'd like to put in the card for Taylor. And she's going to bring all the cards to the Taylor show on the 14th of December at the Melbourne show, if you guys didn't know what that one was. We will link you the Taylor Connect thread and more details, as well as her Facebook on our website. So just go to Swiftcast13.com and go to the Fan Projects tab, and you'll find it all there.
I think that's really sweet and cute.
I'm gonna do that.
That's
awesome.
Really nice. Especially since they're so close together for her Christmas and birthday.
So speaking of that December 14th Melbourne show, another fan is trying to get started with the Happy Birthday Taylor project. I know we've mentioned this a couple of shows ago, but since this particular show was brought up again, we thought we'd mention it again. This fan is trying to get the entire stadium to sing Happy Birthday to Taylor, since that show is the day after her birthday, which is super, super cool. So, basically, obviously, it's an issue of completely just spreading the word to anybody that's going to those shows. And they have, I believe, the stadium that show is taking place on is following their Twitter. So, it's possible that, the staff might be aware of what they're doing. So hopefully, they can organize something like that. Maybe if we get, the band and the dancers aware of it, I don't know. I mean, maybe when Ed's out, he can sing Happy Birthday to her and get the crowd going or something. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's lots of different ways that they could organize a quick birthday sing, but I think that would be really, really cool if that happened. More details are on our website at Swiftcast13.com. This person has a Twitter, a Facebook, and I know that they're kind of looking for people to help kind of run and continue to help spread the word of the on this project. So, just go to Swiftcast13.com, check out the Fan Projects tab. We have the information and the contacts on our on that tab. So if you guys want to, tell all your friends that are in Australia that are going to be going to that show, then the more people that you can tell, the more chance it has of that happening. So, yay.
Our next project, which we also mentioned last week, is a Taylor-inspired album that a fan named Joe created as a gift for her. And basically, he wrote 13 songs, all dedicated and inspired by Taylor. And if you go to our website under the Fan Projects tab, you can watch the music video that he released for his first single. And basically, he wants as many people as possible to tweet about it to Taylor and just basically tweet about it so that, it increases the chance that she might hear about it.
That takes a ton of work, I bet.
Just a reminder, we have a lot more projects that we mentioned before, and if you didn't catch all the details of the ones we just mentioned, they are under the Fan Projects tab on Swiftcast13.com, and go check them out and get involved.
Our last mini segment is our Taylor Dictionary. Love this one. That's always fun. And today's word was submitted by Dust on My Boots 13 on Twitter, and it's "Oh My Meredith," which is basically an offset of "Oh My Swift," only it's specifically used for something that's incredibly adorable. You can only say it if something's really, really adorable. So it's kind of like "Oh My Swift," but reserved for kittens and puppies and flowers and
things like make you go, "Oh, you cutie little booty."
Yeah, something like that. So just a reminder to all of you guys that if you want to submit anything for any of our mini segments, Taylor Dictionary, Swiftie Bucket List, Swiftie Problems, It Feels Like the Perfect Night, if you want to, respond to any of our discussions, if you have any ideas, anything at all, there's tons of ways you guys can get a hold of us. There's our Twitter at Swiftcast13, our Facebook at Swiftcast13, our Tumblr at Swiftcast13, and our Ask. We have a WordPress at Swiftcast13. We have, obviously, our contact on our website at Swiftcast13 if you want to do that. Our email is swiftcast13gmail.com. you want to check out our store, again, it's at cafepress.com/swiftcast-stuff. That's the only one that's different than Swiftcast 13, so sorry guys. Throwing you off a little bit there. But, yeah, definitely get a hold of us and let us know if you guys want to submit stuff or if you have anything to say and awesome stuff going on there. So, now before we sign off, we have some awesome giveaway news for you.
So our iTunes giveaway is still going on. It's been going on for a few weeks now, but we're definitely getting close to picking the winner. All you have to do to qualify is to rate us 5 stars on iTunes and leave us a review, which is really helpful because it helps other people and fans and stuff find us easier on iTunes. And then once we get 50 reviews, we're gonna pick someone randomly who gets a pack of red guitar picks and a red sticker. So get those reviews in because I know we have like over 40 now.
Yay! And we'll pick a winner at 50 reviews.
Alright, so our VMA voting giveaway will have ended by the time you guys listen to this. We're recording on Sunday, so by the time you guys listen to this, it will be over already. But so just to let you guys know, we're going to announce the winner in our next episode. We're going to give a huge thank you to everybody who voted a ton for the VMAs, and we just cannot wait to see if she wins. So
Please, 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 crossing everything that I have. Legs, arms, fingers, toes, everything's crossed.
She deserves these two, for sure.
Yeah.
It does.
Definitely. And our monthly Twitter giveaway will have started on August 12th by the time you've listened to this, and will run through August 18th. And the prize, this is super cool, is a Taylor by Taylor rollerball. So to enter, submit a mini segment, a fan project, a discussion response, or anything else for the show, either via Twitter, our site, email, or other contact method that we have. So basically everything that Belle listed before, just submit something, and you'll be entered. The more submissions, the more chances you will have, and a winner will be picked at random at the end of the contest. And then we'll be notified.
Yay! I love these monthly giveaways.
I do.
We kind of try to do, them a little bit different each month so you guys don't get bored. Also, be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/swiftcast13. We let you know, remind you when episodes are out and when contests are going on and stuff on our Facebook, and it's a good way to keep in touch with us. And also, if you have liked us, you're automatically eligible for any future Facebook contests. We tend to kind of give away unique things with our Facebook contests, and all you have to do to qualify is like us, literally, and you're in. So, do it.
Do it, please.
Well, this has been an interesting episode, you guys. I think we touched on some interesting topics.
We got
covered a lot of ground.
deep.
We did cover a lot of ground. We covered a lot of holy ground.
Ooh.
See what I
Nice
did
Taylor
there?
pun.
Nice reference.
Thank you. Right here where we're talking is holy ground. Alright, well, you guys have an awesome week. We will see you next week with more interesting discussion topics, because we tend to come up with weird things that we are opinionated about. Because we are the opinionated podcast.
And we
Let's
have
face it.
feelings. A lot of
We
them.
have a lot of feelings.
Especially Belle.
Especially me. I'm just chock full of feelings. And here's the best part though. I even go here. Just saying. Anyway, for episode 18, this has been Belle.
Ashley.
Haley.
And Nate.
Giving you guys hand hearts and love, love, loves, and we'll see you next week. Bye!
See you guys. Peace out, Swift Scouts.
We are in no way directly affiliated with Taylor Swift.